Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube family. Here I am. I'm sitting outside in the front yard. Wanting to talk about my new released YouTube channel and perhaps to give you a little insight on why it's called Thanks for Nothing. It has a lot to do with Buddha's emptiness. Emptiness is nothing. And he wants emptiness. And when I say thanks for nothing, I'm walking on Buddha's path. He precursed. He was a precursor. So was Jesus. He said it himself. You will do great and greater things as I have. That's Jesus' words. Hard to understand, but the point is, when you can let go of everything, or everything lets go of you, there is great freedom. Even eternal life is there to be found. You can find stimulating experiences in things, but that's about it. And when you let go, or when it let go of you, that kind of thing, then the door to peace is open. And that is why I found it very good to call that new channel Thanks for Nothing. I'm not trying to give you more in my talks or suggestions. I rather want to take away what you have, because we all seem to have way too much. Now I gotta mention that I'm a gradual awakening being. I had not, like Eckhart Tolle or Byron Katie or maybe even Moji, a spontaneous and total freedom. I did have many years ago, perhaps 30 years ago, And I was told, don't rush into anything. And even so, I rush into things, but not in this one. It's 30 years, I wouldn't consider rushing. So what happened was I experienced a form of death on the level of content, I call it. A lot of things dissolved. I lost everything, you could say, and it was what I owned, what I had. I found out I wasn't my money, I wasn't my house, I wasn't my ring, I wasn't my shoes, I wasn't my clothes, I wasn't my car, I wasn't any of these things, because they all got away from me. I wasn't my son, I wasn't my marriage, it all was gone, but I was here. And my awakening up in that way was not complete, but it put a huge crack in the density that I experienced until that moment. And then I kept studying. I was miraculously introduced to Eckhart Tolle 20 some years back, and deepened my experience. It didn't always deepen in my experience. It went a little bit up and down. Lately, I have had a very miraculous experience again that still lingers, and I like to call it, I lost my marbles. And again, this time it was things I treasured. I also had a story that disappeared. You could almost say I got what I wanted, and therefore the story dissolved, and it was, when I get what I want, I'll be happy. And then I got what I want, and after a couple of months, I wasn't happy anymore, and I wasn't happy. So, but now I didn't have happiness, and that story disappeared. Luckily, I had a little something on the financial resource that helped me to sustain and helps me to sustain. But it brought me here. The crack, you could call, got really big, and I gradually, over many years, deepened, because when you start tasting the sweetness that lies in the being, I couldn't, like a pit bull, I bit into that, and I wasn't gonna let go. It is too deep, it's too rich, it is too beautiful. And so it brought me here. But that is thanks for nothing. And I really mean it. There is a tremendous thanks in me for seeing that having more and is just skin deep, and having a lot may actually present a failure in itself, to have believed that there should be something. Advertising shows you buy this, you have nothing but a smile on your face, you get this, and you get money, and you get the BMW, and you get this Rolex, or you get that watch, or you get that sweater, that brand name something, and smiles everywhere. Even the instant gratification on some drugs, legal drugs, and perhaps illegal drugs, but the legal drugs show you nothing but sunshine and smiles. All that stuff is a lie. It is false. And don't take my word for it. You might actually be here because you have to discovered that something is not quite right. And so I want to help to bring into the world something that I've been told through wise people like Eckhart himself. That's what the world bitterly needs. And I feel that I might have something to share on a genuine level if you take the time to listen, and you might find it good and worth your while. Anyway, enough said for this evening, and more in the next episode. I try to keep them not too long, so for a person to listen to me for 10-15 minutes is a moment already. Thank you very much. Namaste, and all love and light to you. And please like and subscribe. Somewhere in the description, the link, there should be a link with the possibility to donate. Please feel free to do that. There is no obligation, but I gotta eat, and I've been not too hesitant anymore to ask for that. It seems to be the necessity here. Anyway, again, thank you very much. And please see me on my next clip that somewhat will connect to this. And thanks for watching. Thanks for nothing. Hey, before I leave, my name is Andreas Mario Müller. I have thought so many times of changing it, but then it just doesn't seem necessary. What's it mean anyway? But for you to maybe wanted to tell somebody, the name is Andreas Mario Müller. Andreas, most people call me that. Some call me Mario because it seems to be easier to pronounce, especially in America, in the US. Anyway, thank you very much again, and see you next time. Bye-bye.